Hi everyone, this is Tech Support by RD, and in this video I'm going to show you how to clear your browser's cache. The reason why we do this is if you're experiencing some certain issues while loading websites, or if you want to free up some space on your computer that's being taken up by the cache. I'm going to be demonstrating it with three browsers today. Chromium, which essentially is the same as with Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, another Chromium-based browser, and Firefox. So let's start with Chromium, Google Chrome, and other Chromium-based browsers. Um, so you want to go to your settings page. There are two ways to go through this. We can click this menu here and go to settings, which brings us here, and we can type Chrome://settings. We'll go to the privacy and security category here, and we find the option called Clear Browsing Data. Now, if this is the first time you're using this, you're going to see the basic section. Go ahead and switch to Advanced. This allows us to drill down on the data that we really want to clear. And the purpose of this is we want to clear the cache. We don't want to affect anything else. Now, make sure time range is set to all time. And to clear only the cache, uncheck all other checkboxes except for cached images and files. So let's uncheck those other checkboxes. Now, it just so happens that Chrome is going to tell us how much space is being taken up by the cache. Now, right now it says less than 1 megabyte because I haven't used this browser much, but you'll be able to see the approximate size here. Now, before you hit that button, make sure the time range is set to all time. Make sure all other checkboxes are not set, unless you want them gone as well. And once you're ready, hit Clear Data. Boom, you have just cleared the cache of your Google Chrome or other Chromium-based browser. I'm going to show the same procedure using Microsoft Edge, which happens to be another Chromium-based browser. Same deal. Go to the menu on the upper right corner, go to Settings, and then we go to Privacy, Search, and Services, which is the second category here. We scroll down a bit if we don't see it properly, and we look for the section for Clear Browsing Data. So it says Clear Browsing Data now. We click the Choose What to Clear button. There's no Basic or Advanced tab. We get a similar set of checkboxes as with the Chromium browser we've had earlier, or Google Chrome browser we've had earlier. But it's the same deal. Set the time range to all time. Uncheck everything else except for cached images and files. And in this case, it says that it's taking up 43 megabytes of space. And make sure all the other checkboxes are unchecked unless you want that data gone as well. In this case, we're just clearing the cache. So triple check that the other checkboxes are not checked because because otherwise we would lose that data. So yeah, only cache images and files is checked. So all time, we'll go ahead and hit that button, and just like that, your cache has been cleared. One final browser, Firefox. So let's go to Firefox. If you happen to be one of the users who uses this browser, it's a similar deal. We go to the menu on our toolbar, the upper right corner, go to Settings, we go to the Privacy and Security category, we scroll down to Cookies and Site Data, and we'll hit the Clear Data button. Now, in this dialog box, this is like the basic version. And you can see that right now, cookies, it's around 62 megabytes. We'll uncheck this because if we'll get signed out of other sites. And cache web content, this is the browser cache. It's taking up a gig of space. That's a lot of space. So we can go ahead and click Clear here. And that's going to clear the browser cache. So that's 1 gigabyte of data removed. Now, another alternate way of clearing the cache in Firefox is if you scroll down and you click the Clear History button here. Now, the Clear History window is going to pop up, but this is not. But if you look at it, you'll notice that it's not only for clearing the history; it's also for clearing all other sorts of saved stuff. So, time range, make sure it's set to everything. Uncheck everything else, just like what we did with with Microsoft Edge earlier, to make sure that just cache is checked, because we don't want to check any of these unless we want to lose them. Time range is everything. Hit OK, and your cache is cleared. Now, I guess that's it. That's how to clear the browser cache on the three major browsers: Google Chrome or Chromium, Microsoft Edge, another Chromium-based browser, and Mozilla Firefox. And if you're still here, I'm going to share with you some some shortcuts and some observations and notes. But if you're just interested in learning how to clear the cache, um, that's it. But if you still want to learn something more, keep watching. Okay, so the clear data button here in the privacy section of Firefox, it's always going to clear everything. It's not going to restrict it to a certain range. The clear history button, however, in the history section, allows you to specify a range. Generally, when we're clearing our browser cache, we want to do affect everything. But there's no point in clearing the cache for websites you visited in the past hour, because not much will be deleted. So if you're using Firefox, if you want to be sure that you're clearing everything in the cache, use the clear data button instead. And once again, for Chromium-based browsers like Chrome or Edge, and also Opera and Brave, I believe, it's also another Chromium-based browser. Or Vivaldi, I believe, is another Chromium-based browser. If you happen to use a Chromium-based browser like Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Opera, Vivaldi, I believe Brave is also another Chromium-based browser. If you're using any of those Chromium-based browsers, there is a shortcut to access the clear browsing data option. And what you have to do is to type this URL in your, it's not a URL, but just type this in the omnibox or address bar of your browser. About settings / clear browser data. And that's going to take you straight to the clear browsing data menu that we have earlier. Now, to show you that this also works for other Chromium-based browsers, I'm going to do the same thing on Edge. So I'll type about settings / clear browser data, enter, and we get the same similar dialog box. Now, you might be thinking, why do I type about? Why am I not typing in Chrome or Edge? Why I'm typing about? Because this guarantees that we will be using the native protocol that's used by your browser for its internal pages. So we start with about settings / clear browser data. Okay, so this will work for any Chromium-based browser, because if I'm going to type, let's say, Chrome colon 2 slashes settings / clear browser data, like the Chromium browser we have here, it's still gonna redirect us, but there are some browsers that's gonna error out if you type it. So just to guarantee that you'll arrive on this similar page, we use about settings / clear browser data. Plus, besides, we don't have to type these 2 extra slashes. They'll be added in for us. Now, if you're using Firefox, I should let you in on another secret. There is a keyboard shortcut that will allow you to reach that clear history button. And that keyboard shortcut is Ctrl Shift Delete. You can press once again, Ctrl Shift Delete, and it's going to pop up that same box. In fact, I'll prove it. I'll open a new tab here, close settings, and press Ctrl Shift Delete. It's going to bring up that same dialog box. We'll just click check cache, uncheck everything else, and hit OK. And in case you're wondering if this does work for Google Chrome or Chromium, Microsoft Edge, or other Chromium browsers, let's find out. Let's close settings here, open a brand new tab, close settings, open a brand new tab, and let's press Ctrl Shift Delete. And just like that, it brought us to the same clear browsing data dialog. Let's go to Edge. Let's try it on Edge. Ctrl Shift Delete. It also works on Microsoft Edge. Okay, so it's a universal shortcut, at least for the major browsers. If you want to reach this same page across the browsers, just press Ctrl Shift Delete on your keyboard. And just to round this all out, let me launch Internet Explorer here. This is a browser that's out of support, and let's see if it also works here. Just to try it. I haven't used this browser yet, so it's complaining. Now, ignore the sign-in page. Let's press Ctrl Shift Delete. Oh, we get a similar dialog box, and oh, a bonus: how to clear the cache in Internet Explorer if you're one of the few people still using it. Just uncheck everything except for yeah, you'll have to clear cookies as well. So in the case of Internet Explorer, if you want to clear your cache, you'll also have to clear your cookies too. So you'll be checking this second checkbox here. And if you're going to be clearing your cache and cookies, you also uncheck Preserves Favorites website data to ensure that everything is clear. But again, if you're using Windows Internet Explorer in 2022, why are you doing this? This is no longer supported. It's no longer secure. Switch to Edge, or use Chromium or Google Chrome, or use Firefox instead. So I guess that's it. That's how to clear the browser cache in the major browsers. And I've even showed you some nifty tricks, like accessing it via the URL bar in Chromium browsers, and the magical shortcut that works across every single major browser. I hope this video is helpful, and thanks for watching.